Hey, I'm Leanne and welcome to my weight loss journey. If you've been here before, welcome back. You'll know who I am. If you've just stumbled across my videos, this is probably not a great one to go into because I look a mess and I am being a mardy cow. So my weight loss journey, I'm just going to grab my tea actually. My weight loss journey has so many ups and downs. It's beyond a joke. And I just want to be really honest and I don't want to lie about it. So I'm recording this, and as grim as what it is, I need to just put it out there. Partly because I'm really honest and I don't think a weight loss journey is that easy, and I don't think it doesn't come out its ups and downs. So if you feel like that, like at least then you're not on your own, and you can see that this is exactly where I am too. But also because I watch my videos back, and right now, because I'm in the midst of something, I don't feel like I can properly reflect on it. Yet if I upload this video and watch it back at a later date when I'm not feeling quite as moody and mardy, then I'll be able to look at it through a different eyes and maybe identify like what I'm doing and what's going off with me and what I need to change. And it just helps me develop and grow, because throughout this weight loss journey, I do think it's like my relationship with food that I've got to conquer and I've got to reflect on and correct, because evidently that's not been working for me. So first of all, I've just looked at myself on the video. My hair is a mess. It started off really wavy. My hair's like this all the time. Like this morning it had a lovely like wave all the way through it. I've been at work this morning and it's now like nearly tea time. I've come home because I've got a gap at work and I'm feeling a bit meh, and I just needed to get out of there. And lo and behold, because I've been working, my hair has just gone into like a bushy mess. But I mean, I'm not that aesthetically pleasing anyway, so it is what it is, isn't it? But I just thought I'd apologise for that first. So I've come home and I have had a massive like breakdown. I have cried. I don't think I've got any makeup left on my face. You can see it's all come off. And I've just had a mardy moment. Now, this has been something that's pending with me since Sunday. I've just felt like, do you know when you're hormonal and you've just got like this build up of that's exactly how I felt. I can't describe it in any better way, if I'm going to be honest. So I've had a cry to myself, and I just thought, right, I'm recording a video because it gets it off my chest. It's honest and it's just how I'm feeling at the moment. I feel like I'm stuck. Like I'm stuck in a bit of a rut, and I'm just finding all this quite like this weight loss journey quite overwhelming. I'm feeling quite defeatist, I'm going to be honest. And I feel like I can't move from this position that I'm in at the moment. So, like, I'm almost beating myself up that I've had it so easy, like the first part of my journey, because I was so super fat. It's easier to lose weight, and like ultimately now I'm a bit lighter and I mean I'm not light at all. I'm like in the 16 stone bracket, so I'm really fat actually. But it just feels like I've got stuck, and it's so hard to overcome this barrier of like actually shifting this weight, because it's taking, I don't know, it's just taking the toll on my mind. And I just think it's like weight loss is such a mental journey. It's all in your head. And at the moment, because I feel like I'm stuck, I feel like, what do I feel like? I don't even know anymore, because as I say it, I know it's like, it's ridiculous. I just need to plod on and stop being so like harsh on myself, really. But there's this like little thing in my head that's saying like, you're failing, you're doing shit, you're not doing good, you should have made more progress by now, you should have done this, you should have done that, you shouldn't have had that break, you shouldn't have done this. And it's like, it's mentally exhausting, and I feel like a bit of a failure at the moment. So this week, if you've been watching, I've been recording, and I had a really good week. On Saturday, I went out strawberry picking. I did eat my weight in strawberries, don't get me wrong, but like it was all on plan. I was absolutely fine. I had pasta, like a cheesy pasta this weekend, really stodgy and really carby. And I feel like even though that was on plan and it weren't like loads of sins and I was well within my plan, I almost feel like I failed with that because it were too carby. And I've got this guilt around food and like, oh my God, I'm not losing enough, I'm not changing enough. And then there's the pressure because I'm going away on holiday. I'm not feeling myself. I've got like the hormonally thing going off. And I don't know, there's just something wrong with me at the moment. And so it just escalated on Sunday, and so on Sunday I just felt like shit. I'm not gonna lie. We went out and I was all on plan, nothing was wrong all morning. And then it came to the evening and I was feeling really meh. And I think I'd had 3 boiled eggs in the day and a cup of tea. And then Oliver were like, oh, come on, we'll go out for something to eat. So we ended up going to an Italian and I had gnocchi. Is that how you say it? Gnocchi with like a creamy cheese sauce, a bit of bread and 2 slices of pizza. Then, because I did that, I then thought, oh my God, it's like blow it. And it's like I've lapsed into these old habits. And I did so well of not doing that for ages. And then after this break, I'm finding it really hard not to lapse. So then we went out for dessert and I wanted that. And so I had a waffle with nuts and chocolate on it. And I ate that too. And then it's come to Monday morning and I was doing like absolutely fine this morning. Woke up, back on plan, had my eggs as usual. Work like went a bit wrong. Somebody were really late for an appointment and my dating, it was fine and I dealt with it. It's nothing major. But like then I lapsed again and felt really wobbly and really like meh. So I've just come home and just had a bit of a break away from it. I had a cry because I needed to. And a cup of tea because apparently that makes everything okay. I don't feel like I've got anybody like in person that I can be truly honest with and say that this is how I'm feeling. Like at work, I like nobody wants to sit and listen to me moan and whine because why would they? I'm there to listen to other people. Oliver didn't really empathise and didn't really get it. I don't feel like there's other people that I can really whine to. So I thought, well, I've come home and had my cry. I'll record this and how I'm feeling and what's like got me to this stage, get it off my chest and then move on. And then at a later date, I'll probably come back and watch this. And hopefully be able to look at myself from like an outsider point of view and be able to put it into perspective and I don't know, maybe make myself learn from this rather than repeating the same behaviour because I did really well at doing that at one point and I feel like just at the minute I've had a bit of a wobble and I'm just not feeling that super, I suppose, which ultimately then reflects in my eating and how I feel about myself and stuff like that. Trying to be positive. I'm going to have to admit here, Oliver has been a lot more loving and a lot more attentive than what he were last week. He said a few things and just didn't make any comments and I had like a proper bitch fit at him. I do think he's trying a little bit harder. I think, don't get me wrong, there's stuff that he could change, but I think I maybe need to cut him a little bit of slack while I'm feeling like this because I do have a tendency to like home in on him and pick him to pieces with issues that we've got when really and truly on a day-to-day basis I probably wouldn't really be as caught up on those. I have done that reflection and that growth. I have apologised already and said I'm sorry for like being a Mardy cow on the day that I was a Mardy cow. I did take him a breakfast sandwich. So I mean, the say away to a guy's heart is through his stomach, so hopefully that worked. He has finished work now, he's rang me and is on his way home soon. I've got to go back to work at 5 o'clock, so I've got a set of nails, a set of toes and brows to do, which is fine. It'll probably do me good to go to work tonight and kind of throw myself into somebody else's life and listen to their problems and what they've got to say, rather than moaning and whining and being stuck in my own head. I do think I have a bit of a tendency to do that, to not really deal with my own crap, to just throw myself into others, because I think that's easier. But that's about it, really. I'm sad that I've cried. I feel a bit I'm sad that I feel a bit stuck in a rut, and it's like I can't shift like out of the 16s, I suppose. I'd like to be back into the 15s, and it feels like it's a million miles away, which is stupid because it's really not. But I can't get that out of my head, and maybe I need to stop focusing on the scales and just plod on a little bit with what I'm doing. Do you know, just like being healthier and eating better and feeling a bit better. I'm not gonna lie, I think another thing that's starting to get to me a little bit is the loose skin that I've got around all my body, because if I hide it, then I'm just gonna be in top to toe black again and baggy clothes and trying to get rid of it. But ultimately, I'm trying to make myself embrace it for what it is, because I can't, like, sometimes, you know, when I lay in the bath, or like when I went on the sunbed, or if I'm laid in bed, or like even now, if I'm on my own, I will grab like loose skin and be like, what on earth is that? And then I pick it up and I'm like, oh my God, I wish that were like gone and it were there. And I just like, I can't really, unless I didn't wear short sleeve tops, like I'd have to wear something that covered me up to here. I'm trying to be a bit like, it is what it is, but that is like massive. I mean, there's still fat in there, I can feel it. But ultimately, like that, like my fingers nearly touch each other there. There's still fat there, and it's like even down here near my elbow, I've got like little lumpy bits that go up and down. It's worse if I put my arm down. Let me just show you. Like, not that you haven't seen this already, but this is driving me up the walls. It's horrible in it, and that's on show. This is really doing my head in. I've like got really saggy armpit skin now, like there. And don't get me wrong, yep, still fat in it, but like it all creases, do you hear, like into my bra. Like, look how gross that looks. It's really awful. My boobs are horrendous. Like, oh, it doesn't look, well, yeah, it looks bad, but they can look like, I hope you can see that, like so much worse. Like, I'm shoving my fat up there actually in this bra, but like they're usually really crinkly and really gross, and it's like it on both sides. Like, look at that, like skin, and then I have like a boob, and it's not great. That doesn't even take into account my legs. My inner thighs are like saggy and I can't stop grabbing them. When I walk along the hallway, they flap together. They actually make a flapping noise. My vagina, do you know the top bit, the fat pouch above your tuppence bit there? That now has like got stretch marks on, and it's like this old woman's saggy, like tuppence area, tuppence vagina, and it fumu. I don't know what you young'uns call it, or you hip people. I'm not hip. I call it a vagina, the vagina area. So vagina and wadger is what we call men's bits and pieces and women's bits and pieces. But anyway, I do digress all the time. It's even to a point that, like, do you know under here, like I've got this double chin, but like this skin here is so loose, and like there is no hiding that. It just crinkles, and like I only show her hot like this, but like if you just sit, there's some positions, I don't even know if I can do it because I obviously don't mean to get into it, but can you see how wobbly that is? And again, like, it is what it is, isn't it? Because I've lost weight and that's good. And like, I can say that that's like it's like my war wounds almost of where I've been and where I'm trying to go. My bum's saggy. I got saggy skin on my bum. Around my knee, there's like a lump of fat now that it was fat before, but at least when it was padded out, it almost lifted it. Now, like, the fat's disappearing out, right? My fat is hanging more around my knee, which actually I feel like it makes my knee look even fatter than what it is. It's worse in the bath because when I lay in the bath, all my skin and my fat just like floats to the top. So then I have this like, there's like my sides and then it goes in a bit and then out. And oh God, it's gross. And I think that's making me feel worse. And it feels like my body almost, well, it does. It looks worse than, does it? I don't know. I'm not really sure if it looks worse. I'm not there yet. I can't, like I said, I can't stop. Like I catch, like if my arm were like that without all the saggy skin, I'd be a lot happier, but it's not. It's like got all this wobbly bit here. Like loose skin is for real. This is probably doing my head in the most. I'm not gonna lie. Can I afford to go and have it chopped off? No. I've thought of like, I'm already saving up. I've got like a savings account that I'm putting into. And I'm going to try and save up just to have some skin removed. It is going to cost me a fortune. It's going to take me years, but I think it's important for me to get to an okay weight and like maintain it. I do need to work out a bit. I've tried derma rolling this, and I still do it and I will keep doing it. But I just think it's too far gone. I do think I need to work out and go to the gym. I'm scared to go there because I'm like, I've got issues regarding that. I would like my arms just to not have that bit like that. And just like my armpit, this bit and this bit. So I figured if I could first save up for surgery and just have my boobs put back on my chest and filled out a bit and stop all the scabby, horrible, like scabby skin going. These armpitty bits like pulled round and all done and tucked, and the arms, and then I will obviously then have to save up for my lower body, so then I'd have my stomach and my legs and my vagina done. Bum, I've not really even thought about that because that's my work, like my easiest bit to ignore because I don't really ever get it out and show anybody. I've considered setting up like a GoFundMe. Do I get an extra job as well? I don't know. I just don't know. I'm doing a savings account, but it's going to cost me an absolute fortune. And then I'm up in an ahhing as to whether it's too selfish to save up separate and like have, from the family and take out of my family. I don't know. I just don't know, but it is an issue, and I don't know whether that's playing on my mind. I don't know whether like that's actually depressing me a little bit because I feel like I've worked really hard and I'm looking worse. I don't want to be like amazing. I don't mind that I'm not amazing looking, but just not having saggy skin would be nice. Do you know, like to have lost this weight so far and the rest of it I've got to. Look, I just can't stop playing with it. It's almost fat. It's like a lava lamp. You just can't stop staring at it. It's like this rumble of fat wobbling around. It's gross. Oh, God. That is even worse. I do tuck it into my bra, do you know, so you don't see it. And I've tried buying fuller backed bras and all sorts. And like, do you know the sucking outfits? I think the sucking outfits are giving me stomachache when I wear them all the time. So I think I need to stop wearing those all the time, just like when I really need to. They do work to an extent, but I still have the issue. Like, I don't know if they don't go high enough up here. Well, even when they go high enough here, they just stick into whatever fat's near them and make it like double up even more. So I am trying to embrace it. I am trying to develop that. But ultimately, I think everything building up, feeling like a failure, feeling a bit stuck, feeling everything all at once. I do think I'm hormonal. I don't care what the doctor says. I feel really flat. I think you can see it in my voice. Well, hear it in my voice. You're not going to see it in my voice, are you? I feel really ugly and really gross at the moment. And I think that is fundamentally having an impact on my mental state and how I'm progressing with my weight loss. I hope that one day when I watch this back, probably 5 or 6 times, that I can look back at myself and see it through different eyes and feel maybe a bit better about things, and hopefully come up with a better plan to move forward, because this is just not working. I need to stop being a twat and eating stuff when I've had a really good week. Regardless of this, I am definitely still getting weighed on Thursday, regardless if I put weight on. I do think it'll be earlier this week, because, like I've said, because I am going to Bridlington to watch Sarah Milligan with my mum and my sister. What is that? That's because I've not done my hair properly because it were all wavy and now it's gone flat. It's just popping out. Yeah, so that should be nice this week. I like Sarah Milligan, and that's about it. That's where I am. So I hope you're having a better week than me and that you feel a lot better if you're watching this along, if anybody's following me, and you've stuck with me, even though I am an absolute loser and not on the scales, just in life. If not, Leanne, a message to you: just freaking up your game and sort it out. You are stronger than this, and you know you are, so sort it out and move on. There you are. There's my message to myself. I will see you soon. Think thin from the week ahead, and wish me luck for Thursday. If you are not down on one knee praying for me, are we really even friends?